The world champions make their final stop prior to beginning the defence of their World Cup trophy in a week's time. It's an unprecedented port of call for this Argentina team. Legendary Jordan Hare Stadium here in Auburn, Alabama. I'm with Alejandro Moreno, and a chance for some of Argentina's squad members to make an impression today, Ali, as we look at this starting 11. Young Icelandic strikers to go up against tonight, primarily number 9, Ori Oskarsson, who's really caught the eye in Spain.
Yeah, he has, and in terms of Otamendi chasing around young strikers, I think Nicolas Otamendi's having difficulties chasing old strikers.
So all set for action. Last stop for Argentina. There's been so much talk about how difficult it is to defend a World Cup trophy, and certainly history tells us that. That is exactly what they will set out to do in a week's time when the World Cup gets underway for them in Kansas City. But for tonight, so much to enjoy here at Jordan Hare Stadium. They were closing in on a capacity sellout, close to 87,000 here, and so many Argentina fans have travelled for far and wide. Perhaps an early indication as to whether we're going to see similar scenes as to those we saw in Qatar 3.5 years ago, when it seemed like the whole country of Argentina had made the trip to Qatar, Alec. Second time in 4 nights after their journey to College Station to beat Honduras on Saturday. It's a fairly comfortable win for them. Ali, I know you saw that game as they're on the attack here. Initial shot was charged down. And the follow-up from Jose Lopez is Giovanni Lo Celso. Lo Celso maintaining his place in the starting lineup. Iceland able to thwart the threat and launch a counter-attack themselves. This is Albert Gudmundsson on the move up against Hie, the standing right back, and a chance for
Gudmundsson puts it into a dangerous area. It is poor defending from Hie to begin with.
All that much, and it feels like it's ride or die with the guys that I know have gone through this and are going to be able to handle the moment.
Yeah.
Is that going to be enough? That's another big question.
Yeah, very much themes of familiarity and continuity. Lionel Scaloni, over 2/3 of the squad that went to Qatar, still very much involved as Argentina look to create some havoc. And down on the ground is Giuliano Simeone, and almost fell back to him, and then the shot all along the ground. An instinctive left-footed effort from Valentin Barco, and Argentina to light the crowd here at Auburn by taking an early lead.
And I spoke earlier about Valentin Barco, that he had a good match against Honduras. Top of the 18-yard box, and give him credit. Stays with it, snapshot, through a whole lot of bodies. The goalkeeper from Iceland sees it late. By the time he reacts, it's too late. Full stretch, can't quite get there. 1-0, good finish from Valentin Barco. And again, poor defending.
Given away, and a chance for Lopez to lead the charge. Getting inside, awkward for the keeper, got enough on it to steer it to safety for now. And then a miss-hit shot on the follow-up from Simeone. And Iceland survive barely.
Nico pass.
It's poor distribution play for Iceland and a turnover.
That indeed the field conditions are not helping him out. But it felt like it
8 years ago to the day in Moscow. It was the opening game for both teams, and it ended as a 1-1 draw. That was when Iceland were perhaps at the peak of their powers. This is Jose Lopez. He's only made one start in his career for Argentina prior to tonight. He sets that up with an invitation.
It's really good work from Jose Manuel Elf.
It's almost like he was listening, Ali. Well, the upshot is the free kick here, which Gudmundsson is standing over. Johannesson as well. There's Gudmundsson, who takes it and didn't clear the first defender. I'm not sure Barco, who's everywhere at the moment, isn't he? I'm not sure he was the full 10 yards. And certainly feeling the effects. This is club football in Italy with Genoa. Medina in at left back tonight.
He gets him with a chicken wing.
Things ugly to get their way through the knockout rounds of that tournament. Beating Brazil, remember it well.
This World Cup, that sort of situation in which you have that moment of magic for Lionel Messi, but how much magic will we see? Not quite sure.
So Fernandez, they're cheering?
No, nor is it Cristian Romero either.
It's Lisandro Martinez, Manchester United man at the back, who had an injury-racked campaign but is fit at the right time. Here's an opportunity for Simeone, and the shot in the end right at Olafsson. Simeone was perhaps the most dangerous attacking threat at times, and that's in a team with Julian Alvarez in it.
And assuming, of course, that Lionel Messi is on the field. Oh, good lord.
Yeah. Cheap giveaway. Can Argentina exploit it? Nice ball over the top. Good goalkeeping in the end by Olafsson. Needed to be. Yes. Got on the end of this.
How many of these turnovers have we seen from Iceland? There's good ball in behind from Valentin Barco. Nico Paz, willing runner, and Olafsson makes this save squarely with his nose. Takes it up, and I'm sure for both sets of players, they have been training in the facilities of Auburn University. They're probably thinking to themselves,
there were shots all along the ground. Yeah. The first teams to pencil their names in for World Cup 2026. Here they are trying to put a capper on their first half display. Nico Paz has been driven a little wide ultimately. It was a position that promised much and delivered very little there for Argentina. That should just about do it for this first half, and indeed the half-time whistle sounds. I don't know if it's a 45 minutes you can easily sum up, Ali, but Argentina lead by a goal to nil thanks to Valentin Barco.
Yeah. First 22-23 minutes from Argentina, very good, very active, engaged. The last 22-23 minutes, forgettable from both teams.
Started with third place at Copa America in 2019, then won it the next two editions. Here is his team on the prowl again, looking for a second. Nice work by Simeone to tee it up. Is there an end product? Enzo Fernandez trying to provide one, but Olafsson narrowing down the angle, and Iceland able to breathe again.
To where you can find the center forward, in this case Lautaro Martinez, although his movement wasn't the best inside the 18-yard box. He's putting his hands down like, give it to my feet, but if you move, you can actually find.
Oscar Sunnuez, number 9 for Iceland, grabbed a couple of goals against Canada. Ken Marsh, Iceland got a really credible 2-2 draw now. The French is provided by Argentina on the break. Oh, and Nico Paz's ball across, just eluding Lautaro.
Going to find Lautaro Martinez. It's a pass that needs to be completed with the right pace, and if it is completed with the right pace, it's a tap-in from my counter range.
By FIFA in the world. After Honduras last week, the previous games against Zambia, Mauritania, Angola, Puerto Rico, and Venezuela, Ali, in that category.
Oh. I don't know if that's a category we want to be in.
Here's the shot that's on. Ooh, and that's packed a punch for sure. Thought they had an equalizer.
And it's all too easy. This is concerning for Argentina. It's all too easy how.
Long diagonal ball right on the money for Simeone, who slips it through. Opportunity perhaps for Lautaro. And back off the post. Lautaro Martinez teeing it up. And it looked, quite frankly, easier to score, Alec, but
It all starts with Lautaro.
it's two really big misses we've seen at that end of the field. As an instant booking is handed out there, and a little bit of a flare-up. McAllister is the man down. Johannesson in the eye of the storm for Iceland, the FC Köln man.
I think it's a foul. Fine. I don't know why we're making such a big deal out of this. Yes, makes contact with the back of the leg of Alexis McAllister, and then everybody gets pushed on the shoulder.
Well, Scaloni has been a little irked, hasn't he, by some of the suggestions that it's Messi that's running this team. He went to great lengths in the press conference to rubbish those rumours from the Spanish press mainly. But Messi is on, and it's cap number 199 for him. It's one of those Argentina switches, and here he is getting his first stitch and getting involved immediately and setting it up. And the little clip goes just wide from Lautaro, but is it a penalty? The referee has pointed to the spot.
Just keeping everybody on side. It's a good ball from Lionel Messi, as you would expect, and Lautaro Martinez tries to go with the attempt over there. And for these fans to enjoy Lionel Messi scoring a goal.
Well, no more than a minute or two after coming on the pitch, he opens things up for Lautaro Martinez to win the penalty, and now Messi trying to take advantage against Iceland. Slotted home with consummate ease. Ironically, just like he couldn't do against them at the World Cup in 2018. But this is goal number 117 for number 10.
That leg outstretched from Olsen on Lautaro Martinez. Lionel Messi, slow run up, hoping and waiting that the goalkeeper is going to move. He doesn't, so then decides to go with a little bit more power. Olsen full stretch, can't quite get there. Good, very clear. Adrian, I don't know, maybe it's the tight uniform the referee's got on. He's got to blow that whistle quick.
The bar has been set pretty low for what constitutes a foul and what constitutes a yellow card, apparently. So the card count rising in this friendly. Oh, it's careless. It's Oscarson who's picked it up, and a chance. That didn't quite break their way. Now another yellow card coming out. Just here's Messi with the free kick, bending it in and sliding in to meet it. The crowd getting what they came for. Not just an appearance, but a goal from Lionel Messi. Argentina just trying to ease their way through the final minutes of preparation here before the World Cup gets underway in earnest in a week's time. Here's Messi sliding it through again, surely, and it is number 3. Beautiful finish.
Paul says, you know, let me just give it to Lionel Messi. He'll figure it out. But Rodrigo de Paul, more importantly, he continued his move. And there's the chance.
Very hard indeed, wasn't it? But that is that. It is next stop Kansas City for Lionel Messi and company. Comfortable 3-0 win here against Iceland. The perfect preparation for a week's time at Algeria.